Charlie Crist was leading significantly because he was a popular governor in Florida within the Republican primaries against Marco Rubio, a conservative challenger. And that was 14 months ago. And then all of a sudden Rubio started to catch up. And now, in a stunning turn of events, Rubio has a 32-point lead over Charlie Crist. Why? Charlie Crist is a moderate. The reason he's popular in Florida is because, you know, he is obviously and certainly center-right, but is a reasonable guy, and you can disagree with him on the issues, but he's an old-school guy who, you know, is a real moderate and not just one of these guys who pretends and is a corporatist. So I have a lot of respect for Charlie Crist, even though I might not agree with him on a lot of issues. So that's obviously why he's getting killed in the Republican primaries. In the Republican primaries, they don't listen to reason, they listen to whoever can scream the loudest and say, I'm going to destroy everything in my path, are the ones more likely to win. So now, since Charlie Crist is so far behind now all of a sudden and feels like he's got to be a tough guy, well, he's going to lash out at Marco Rubio. So when he's on with Greta Van Susteren at Fox News, he's going to say something that is, well, funny. Let's watch.
Okay, and sort of a punch back, which occurred previously, is that you have said about your opponent, Mr. Rubio, that he is the greatest fraud perpetrated. So it sounds like, you know, you've had a couple of punches back as well. Why do you say that?
Well, because he's trying to pawn himself off as a fiscal conservative. And yet, you know, just in recent weeks, about 2 weeks ago, it's come out in news accounts that he had a Republican Party of Florida credit card that he charged a $130 haircut, or maybe it was a back wax. We're not really sure what all he got at that place. But in addition to that...
Wait, a back wax? Wait a second.
I don't know what it was, you know.
I know, but I mean, was there a suggestion that it was for a back wax or a haircut? I mean, I'm just trying to make sure that, are you being flip, or
initially,
is there some
we thought it was a haircut. I don't know what it was. Initially, we were told it was a haircut. And then he said, well, no, it wasn't a haircut. And then he had the gall to go on Neil Cavuto's show and said it was his money. It was a credit card from the Republican Party. It was party donors' money. So, I mean, the detachment from reality is stunning to me. And, you know, to try to say that you're a fiscal conservative, yet you spend $130 for maybe a haircut and maybe other things, I don't know, what you do at a salon when you're a guy. I get my haircut for $11 from a guy named Carl the Barber in St. Petersburg, Florida, where I grew up. And, you know, to me, that's real fiscal conservatism.
I love this in so many different ways. First of all, Carl the Barber. Okay, these politicians are unbearable. Okay, no, for those of you who don't know, Charlie Crist had to fight rumors that he was gay for a long time, okay, and he's still fighting those rumors. He's in a Republican primary, and he can't be seen in that way. So what does he do? He's like, I don't know about this guy. What does a guy do at a salon? Unless you're... I mean, the implication is so super clear. He's throwing it right back at him. Oh, what are you getting your back waxed? Why get a pedicure while you're at it, dude? You know who I get my hair cut from? I get it from Carl the Barber. $11. That's fiscal conservatism. Now, that's the state of modern-day politics, this silliness, right? No, conservatism is how you dealt with the budget. You were the governor of Florida. Tell us how you did there. And that's very relevant, and actually that might speak very well of how you did, right? Not how much money you spent on a barber, right? But this is great because this is the stuff that they pull on Democrats all the time. They remember Bill Clinton got a haircut at the airport and it cost so much money. John Kerry got a $200 haircut, they claimed. And John Edwards got a $400 haircut and la, 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 la. Every single time against the Democratic opponents. Haircut, haircut, haircut. It's a tried and true trick by the Republicans. But now they're unleashing it on one another, which is awesome. Cat fight. Saucer of milk. Party of two. Go to work. Now the Marco Rubio supporters are saying online, wait a minute. Okay, what are you talking about back waxing for? One of them says, how does a straight guy even know about back waxing? Where did that pop into Charlie Crist's head? Interesting. And what does he mean back waxing? Is he referring to Marco Rubio being Latino? Is this a racial thing? It's great when Republicans get ugly on one another. Oh, just give me Republican primaries throughout the country. Gimme, gimme, gimme.